Beyond the Mic with Sean Dillon.
We're joined on the star line by Rock and Roll Hall of Fame member, singer, songwriter, and record producer. Coming up, he has an evening of songs and stories with John Oates, featuring Guthrie Trapp. We welcome the legendary John Oates.
Well, thank you, Sean.
John, let's go beyond the mic. You're streaming the show when and where?
We're streaming our live show with Guthrie Trapp on March 13th on mandolin.com.
So what's so special about this event?
Well, because, Guthrie Trapp and I are doing a series of shows in the Northeast. We wanted to break it down and do something really organic and really acoustic. It's just the two of us with two acoustic guitars, telling stories, how the songs were written, giving it to real personal in a small venue where we can really be eye to eye with the audience. So what we did is we recorded a show at the Franklin Theater outside of Nashville, and we're streaming it live on March 13th on a platform called mandolin.com. So you go on Mandolin and you can register for the show, and you can watch us from the comfort of your easy chair. As
you created the show, what was important sharing with others?
Well, what was important to get out was I think people probably, if you know me through the Hall & Oates hits and through the MTV videos, I'm that guy, the guy with the mustache and with the funny clothes jumping around. But I'm actually, I like to think of myself as a little more than that. And I've been a dedicated professional musician my whole life. And I have a very wide variety of styles and influences that made me who I am. So this type of show, this acoustic show, is a chance for people to really understand who I am as a pure musician, as a true musician. And I go back and I talk about the songs who made me who I am, the influences I had that led me up. And this is a whole musical life that I talk about and perform prior to me meeting Daryl Hall and when we started our collaboration.
For someone who doesn't know Guthrie Trapp, why is he one of the best guitarists around Nashville?
His life is similar to mine in a different parallel. He was brought up to be a musician from a musical family, played guitar. He won the Telluride Bluegrass Flat Picking Festival when he was 12 years old. He's a savant, a genius, among the amazing guitar players in Nashville, many, many amazing. He stands out. He's intuitive. He's a great hang. He's a great person. He's got a great personality. And he allows me to do anything I want and supports me.
Your latest album is, quote, like Dixieland, dipped in bluegrass and salted with Delta blues, unquote. Why is music important to you?
It's been my whole life. I've identified myself as a musician since I've been a little kid. I recorded a song at 4 years old in an amusement park in New York City. And so I sang. I don't know why I did, but I just did. I was a singer from the time I was a little baby. And I had a mom who was a stage mom, and she kind of pushed me. So I've been on stage ever since I've been 5 years old. And it's been, it's a way of life for me. It's not something that I didn't pick up a guitar when I heard the Beatles. I was already playing for 5-6 years before that. So, it's just one of those things. It's who I am. And, I'm just really glad the world's allowing me to continue doing it.
How has music changed you from one of your first bands, The Masters, to Hall & Oates and to today?
Well, the music business has changed. It's radical. Daryl and I came up during a time when, you really had to pay your dues and learn your craft. And, you had to be able to play your instrument and sing and perform. And it was much more in the old school tradition of learning how to be a professional musician. And luckily for us, record companies actually believed in you. If they signed you, they believed in you and wanted to help you nurture your career and be, creatively involved. Nowadays, music is fast tracked. If you don't have a hit, if you don't make noise and get a million followers on your first song that you release, more than likely, you probably won't have a second song. It's unfortunate for people, for young musicians, and I feel for them. But the world has gone into a hyperdrive,
It's time for the Rocky Ned. 8 random questions. Answer with the first thing that comes to your mind. There is no pressure.
Okay.
Favorite place to play music?
The Ryman Auditorium, Nashville, Tennessee.
Which singer influenced you?
If it's just a singer, I'd say Curtis Mayfield.
But if it's a group?
Temptations.
Favorite guitar you own?
I own Mississippi John Hurt's original guitar that he played in 1963 at the Newport Folk Festival.
How about your favorite color?
Blue.
Do you like celebrating birthdays or not?
No, not particularly.
If you were a farmer, what crop would you want to grow?
Oats.
Kind of figured you'd say that. What was the last gift you gave your wife, Amy?
A car.
At one time, you shaved the famous mustache off. Now, what was the reaction you got when you got rid of it for the first time?
Yeah, I'll tell you exactly what happened. I was in the Tokyo airport flying back from Tokyo after doing a John Lennon tribute show, and Miles Davis came up to me, and he came up to me and he looked at me and I said, and he took his finger and went like this, and he looked at me with those blood red eyes of his, and he said, "Now the lovin's going to be better."
It's time for One Big Question with John Oates from Hall & Oates Beyond the Mic. John, what do you want your legacy in music to be?
I would like people to realize that I dedicated my life to what I do, to what I was born to do. And that's the best thing I can say.
He was influenced by Curtis Mayfield, and if he was a farmer, he would have grown oats. We thank John Oates for taking the time to talk with us today.
Thanks, Sean. Appreciate you.
I appreciate you. And that, my friends, is a Beyond the Mic shortcut.